like for the amount that they charge, and then like some people might be like, oh, but like if it's like gluten free, I'm like, there's actually other like, did you guys know Cheers is genuinely gluten free?
Yeah, I have
Cocoa
like almond
Krispies.
crunch or something because
Yep,
it's
gluten free.
organically gluten free.
Yep. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this. I was gonna say squad. Welcome back to the pod.
Pod Squad.
Yeah, Pod Squad, strong, well-fed, outspoken. If it's your first time here, we are your co-hosts. My name is Rusty.
What's up, guys? I'm Coach Nell, and we like to giggle. We like to talk about all the topics, but a lot of primarily fitness, nutrition, health, things like that, because that's what we do. But
Yeah.
today we're gonna take it down a different path. Well, no, we're still gonna talk fitness, nutrition. We're still gonna have some fun, but Rusty has never done a blind ranking of things.
Yeah.
So
I've watched a lot of the videos. Like I've watched not fitness related though, I would say. I've watched like people's like blind react for like a new song or like song mashups or like tasting food.
right.
But I'm like, how do we do this on pod?
So blind ranking, if you guys are not on the TikTok, if you're like us elder millennials and not cool, blind ranking is categories. And Rusty doesn't know what the categories are. I have picked them. And she has to rank them like 1 through 10. 1 being the best, 10 being the worst, or however many there are in each category. Some of them are going to be great and obviously very logical. Some of them will not. The issue with a blind ranking is you don't know what's coming next. So you have to inform your decisions as best you can, which I think are hilarious because it ends up leading to chaos. And if you guys know me, I love some chaos. I love to be an agent of chaos. So we're going to just jump in and see what happens. I do want you to logic and reason with me. I want you to tell me why you're placing things where they are.
Okay. I'm like, wait, so is this, as you give them to me, is this going to be basically like, I can only choose like the best one? Is that why you're like, you have to?
No, so we can do a test round. So we'll do leg exercises first.
Okay.
You have 6 ranking spots. Based on the first one I read out, you're going to have to decide whether it's number 1 through 6.
Okay.
Not knowing what comes next.
Oh,
So,
okay. Yeah.
like if you've got a favorite, you're like, absolutely, I hear that. That's my number 1 spot. But also if you have a favorite, you kind of want to keep that spot open, even though it might not come up. So
Okay.
we'll start off easy with some leg exercises. You have 6 ranking spots. So the
Yeah.
first one you're going to hear is barbell back squat.
And this is just based off of like the exercise itself, right? Not like what someone's goals are.
I mean,
I'm
that's
already
the
trying
problem
to
with
like,
blind ranking. It's pretty wide open.
yeah, I'm like trying to like already overthink it. Barbell back squat, I'm gonna give it, and 6 is like number 1 or number 1 is
I would say
one?
number 1 is the best. Number 6 is like your least.
Okay. I'm gonna give it like, I'm gonna give it a 2.
Okay. I think
Do
that's
should
I
I
think
do I
that's a
like
solid
explain
place.
why?
You can
Yeah,
if you
no, I
want.
mean like
Yeah.
barbell back squat is it's great. Like it hits the hams, it hits the glutes, hip flexors, your core is involved, monster quad developer, strength, power, explosiveness, like it transfers over into everything.
Yeah, I agree. Barring like physical limitations, it pretty much hits all of the boxes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so second exercise is Bulgarian split squats.
See, already in my mind, I'm like, okay, leg exercises, but like if there's another good
Yeah, like you
glute
only have the number 1 spot open. Everything other than that has to be below barbell back squat.
yeah. You know what? I'm actually gonna put a Bulgarian split squat at like a 3 because there's so much you can do with it. Everybody thinks it's only for like glutes, like oh, it's your prime glute developer. But you change your foot placement around. You put your foot up on a couple other plates. You can make it more quad dominant. You can hold your weights at the side. You can do it with a barbell on your back. You can hold a goblet style, cable style. I love Bulgarian split squats. It's a great
Well,
leg
first of all, you're crazy. Nobody loves
Yeah.
Bulgarian split squats.
I
But
do.
you're absolutely right. Right? They are, and there's so many modifications and variations you can put on a split squat, right? Especially like a Bulgarian split squat would be your back foot elevated. But after that, the choices are endless.
Yeah.
All right, incline leg press.
Um. Yeah. Okay. I can see how this is already hard.
Yeah. So right now we have 1, 4, 5, and 6 open.
Yeah, I feel like I've already messed up my ranking. Um, for leg exercises. Shoot, should I put this one as a number one now? You know what? I will put it in a number one spot because the nice thing with a leg press is again, like you can change your foot position around. I love it. You can hit so many different, like obviously you can't, very few exercises can you solely isolate the quads alone. But when we're talking about like the big compound movements, leg press, you can hit so, you can target one part of the legs more than the other, and you actually have no weight on your back. So it's great for people with limitations, without limitations. Yeah, you can overload it, progressive overload it really, really well. Let's put it number one. Why not?
Cool. Honestly, if we were basing this nothing outside of just my favorite thing to do would probably be leg press,
Yeah.
because I have really long femurs, right? So to get under a bar, I'm
Or a back
folding
squat.
over, right, and I don't have a great depth because of that. So I love a leg press.
Yeah.
All right, but now it gets complicated because your top three spots are filled. So we have 4, 5, and 6 open.
Yeah.
Hack squat.
Um, yeah, it's that's so tough. Personally, I'd be like, oh damn, I should have put that like number two. I love hack squats so much for building the quads and like I would almost choose it. I would choose it any day over a barbell back squat actually for quad development, for leg development because you're like locked in. You know, you've got so much stability there. You get a nice big range of motion, but like this
Yeah,
is
you
not
really
about me.
can't cheat it in a
So
hack squat.
yeah, no, you cannot. But considering this is not just about me, I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it at a five.
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
I think it's pretty challenging for a lot of people, and yeah, getting the foot stance can be pretty tough.
So we have 4 and 6 open now. Your next
Okay.
exercise is a Romanian deadlift.
Six. I don't really like Romanian deadlifts, to be honest. I think that they're overhyped. Can we be real for a sec? I
Yeah,
actually
like that's
think
the whole point of this.
yeah, like RDLs, I do them, but I think they're overhyped. They're a great compound movement, but realistically, like if you're trying to hit your glutes in a lengthened position, so many exercises hit your glutes in a lengthened position, like the leg press, like the Bulgarian split squat, like a regular squat. Most people struggle more with like having lower back pain than they do actually getting great engagement. Oh, am I bending my knees enough? Not bending my knees enough? Like I would rather have somebody just do some really heavy glute focused leg presses and get way better engagement without using their lower back. And if they're really wanting to deadlift and hit their glutes, do a regular deadlift. Everybody forgets that regular deadlifts hit your glutes so friggin' well. So yeah, no, she's
And
lost.
truthfully, like in doing form checks and stuff, a lot of the times the videos I get sent to me of a deadlift end up looking more like what I would consider a Romanian deadlift, anyways, because
Yeah.
people have tightness in their hamstrings, and that's not a bad thing. I don't
Mhm.
like a Romanian deadlift because I have hypermobility and I can just fold in half and comfortably be that way with
Yeah,
my
yeah.
legs fully extended. So it ends up being that, anyways. It's almost an overcorrection for a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah, Romanian deadlifts. I'm out of six. They're a six. They're
That's
last on the
fair.
list.
So by default, number 4 place is hip thrusts.
Okay, actually, that's I'm not bad
This list is not
with
bad.
that
Yeah, I
ranking.
agree.
Yeah, I did pretty good for my first one. Yeah, no, hip thrusts are great. It's I really like them. Talk about like so few exercises you can really just load your glutes in that shortened position too.
And like, talk about such a confidence booster. Like,
Hmm.
if you are ever having a rough day in the gym, go get on a hip thrust machine or set yourself up for some hip thrusts because you're gonna blow your own mind.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
quite safe, right? Like, a lot of times I think we're afraid to load up because it feels like we're gonna die under the bar.
yeah,
But a hip thrust, you're like, oh, it's a smaller range of motion because you don't have a huge way to go down.
for sure. For sure, no, 100%. If I was going to change the list now at all, I would actually maybe keep I would probably keep leg press first, to be honest. And then, though, I actually would probably put hip thrusts.
Oh, would
I
you?
put hip thrusts actually second,
And
maybe
then
barbell
barbell
back
back
squat
squat.
third, and
Yeah.
then Bulgarian split squats fourth.
Which honestly, that's kind of how I program.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's
Just looking at how I would typically program, like that's pretty much it.
uh, that's hilarious.
All right, so we're gonna pivot here,
Yeah.
take a little break from the serious. I'm gonna have you blind rank cereals.
Okay.
So if you guys don't know, if you haven't listened to the podcast before, Rusty is the cereal queen. Now I could care less. I don't like cereal that much.
We need to do this for cheese for you.
Yeah, just all number one spot.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we have 6 cereals for you to blind rank.
Okay.
Our first cereal, Lucky Charms.
Oh, no, can she not even be on the list? That shit
So
is
number
cardboard.
six.
Lucky Charms, if you eat Lucky Charms, you have no taste in cereal.
That would be my number one.
Really? You have
I,
no taste in cereal.
well, we already established that, so it's okay.
Lucky Charms is literally colored cardboard. It doesn't even get like soft along. If you leave Lucky Charms in milk, it like doesn't even get softer.
I think
It
that's
just
why I like it
floats.
because I don't like the mush, and you love the mush.
I do, but not all. Like I do like a good like certain cereals. I like it to be crisp, but like Lucky Charms is cardboard. It
That's
does
fair.
not even taste good. And the marshmallows are not marshmallows. They're just literally just tiny little pieces of sugar, which like I get it.
Okay,
A
but
person
what is the
wants
definition of
sugar.
marshmallow then?
Yeah, I guess. But like when you think about marshmallow, that at least should
Soft,
get
yeah.
soft in the milk. Like no, no. She's a negative
Okay,
100.
so we established number six. Firm number six. I don't think there will be any deviation from that.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna kick it to like a nice basic here. Rice Krispies.
Oh, I love Rice Krispies, especially with the banana. I love Rice Krispies. I know some people do like strawberries and stuff. I don't know. In like my milk, actually, maybe actually fresh strawberries would be good with some milk.
I
But
love me some strawberries in my Rice Krispies.
yeah, with milk, eh?
Yeah,
Oh,
actually, I'll
I'm
put strawberries in almost any of my cereals.
yeah, fair enough. Although to be honest, this is going to be weird. When I was a kid, I used to like, and I would make fresh Jello, and I would do strawberry Jello, and then I would actually
Mm,
pour milk into the Jello once it solidified.
make like a creamy Jello.
Yeah, but like after it was already hard, so then like I'd break it up, and then it would be like Jello pieces in milk, and it was good. So yeah, strawberries with Rice Krispies would probably be good. But yeah, I love Rice Krispies, and especially the Christmas ones that come out. Like
Yeah,
just make a couple pieces red and green, and all of a sudden I'm like, this is the best shit I've
yeah,
ever had
you
in
can
my life.
taste the color.
Literally, I blast my like Celine Dion Christmas music, and I'm just like, this is heaven. So I'm gonna give it a three, though. I'm gonna put it middle of the list
That's fair. I think middle of the road is pretty safe for Rice Krispies because they're kind of bland without jazzing them up in some way.
in some way. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm curious to hear your take on this now because now I know how you feel about Lucky Charms. Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops I like better than Lucky Charms, but I still think they're like kind of overhyped. Now, if I mix Fruit Loops, okay, so one thing I love doing is mixing cereals.
We're learning so
So
much about you today.
yeah, I'm like more jazzed about this than the leg series. Um, if you, I love mixing cereals. So like if I'll do like Fruit Loops mixed with some plain Cheerios.
I would never think to do that. And
Yeah,
I actually was like, should I put Cheerios, like Honey Nut Cheerios, or should I put Fruit Loops? So I'm glad we're
yeah.
having this discussion.
Yep, yep. Or even honestly, yeah, if I did like Honey Nut Cheerios, that'd be good too. But I love plain Cheerios, like how I love Rice Krispies. They just have like a nice flavor, especially with the banana. But now you get a little bit of the extra sweetness from Fruit Loops. So good. That's usually only how I'll eat Fruit Loops, though, is if I mix it with something else. So five.
That's fair. Okay. Any and all protein cereals.
Oh, they're so overhyped and they're so over expensive. Like, get over yourself. Like, just eat a regular cereal and pour protein powder in it
And
as
you and
well.
I will say this, like carbs are not the devil. You don't need protein in everything. You
It's
don't. There are
crazy.
enough protein sources out there. You don't need to put it in everything.
Literally. And like like for the amount that they charge, and then like some people might be like, oh, but like if it's like gluten free, I'm like, there's actually other like, did you guys know Cheers is genuinely gluten free?
Yeah, I have
Cocoa
like
Krispies,
almond crunch or something because
yep,
it's
gluten free.
organically gluten free.
Yep. The cocoa pebbles also gluten free.
Oh,
Like
that's
there's
nice to
quite a
know.
few, yeah, there's quite a few cereals that are actually gluten free.
Mhm.
But then there's also just cereals that aren't like made by big protein companies that are charging you $10 for the tiniest box that are also gluten free. And again, just eat some egg whites on the side.
Or
Have
look at the protein content of some of your other cereals because it's actually not that far off,
No, they're not.
right?
That's what I always find interesting too. Like pasta, even like some of the protein pastas, if you look at regular pasta, it's not that difference.
Mhm.
They're just marketing to you.
Yeah,
So
because they
like,
can put whatever they want on their labels, right? If it,
yeah,
oh, now with more protein, but it had no protein before, so
yeah,
now it's
yeah.
got 2 grams of protein or something in it.
Literally, I'm like, oh wow, I'm paying an extra $3 for 1.5 grams more protein.
Exactly.
Whoop de doo. Um, damn, I would have put that in fifth. And
You still have five open.
oh, do I?
Yeah, you have two, four, and five.
Okay, so five.
Okay. Corn pops.
Girl, you picked the worst cereals of this
I know.
list. Like literally. Okay, so when Steph and
Not
I,
me going through your Instagram going, what cereals does she not talk about?
yes, honestly though, corn pops is brutal. Like they're better than um Lucky Charms, in my opinion, but they're worse than Fruit Loops because, like, they really don't get soft. They literally just stay like, well, sorry, no, you know what? I lied. They do get soft after like 20 minutes. They take forever. And, like, I do like that they have a little bit of sweetness to them, but I find that they're also just like too plain. When Steph and I first got to the island, I was like, I don't know what cereal like box, like big box I want to get. So I got one of the variety packs that I haven't had in forever. Tell me how it's been 4 months and I still haven't eaten the corn pops. I just the other day broke it all up and fed it to the peacocks because I'm
Okay,
like,
but
I'm
corn
not
pops
eating
are
this shit.
hard on the roof of the mouth. Like you said, they
It's
don't
like
really
Captain
break down.
Crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Captain Crunch is the worst for that.
Yeah, it like literally sandpapers your mouth, and I'm like, this is heaven. But yeah, corn pops. So what do I have open now?
You have, hold on. Did I do this right? Two and one. You have to put corn pops up high.
Damn, that sucks. Corn pops. I guess they'll get number two.
Okay, so then the number one spot by default goes to Cinnamon
Onward.
Toast Crunch.
Yeah, at least that one was correct. All right, good job on leaving that one to the end.
Yeah, I was
CTC,
going through your
baby.
Instagram for inspiration on that one.
CTC number one. CTC or Captain Crunch number one, man, all day. They're good dry. They're
And
good.
I would never ever pick Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Girl, you're
I don't
crazy.
like cinnamon that much.
Oh, okay, that's
It's
fair
not,
though.
yeah.
That's fair.
If it was like, oh, if I was to pick a flavor, cinnamon's probably bottom of the barrel for me.
One of my favorite things that I started doing with Cinnamon Toast Crunch was getting Greek yogurt. And then this was back in my
Flavored or unflavored Greek yogurt?
always flavored for
Okay.
me. I can't do the unflavored. It's too bitter. But like vanilla Greek yogurt or any Greek yogurt. But this was back in my Cool Whip days, which I haven't really been doing anymore.
You had
Not,
a dark period of your
oh,
life with that Cool Whip.
I spent way too much money on Cool Whip for a while. But I wasn't going like hog wild for this recipe. So just Greek yogurt, like 1 good tablespoon of Cool Whip, let it get soft so that you can mix it into the yogurt because it's going to fluff it up like crazy, give you way more volume and add a little bit more sweetness. And then I would throw in some type of fruit or you could do whatever you wanted, and then I would take dry cinnamon toast crunch, break it up more in my hands, throw it into that and mix it all up. So now you have this like light fluffy vanilla with fruit, and the CTC served as like instead of granola, because granola is the macros in granola is insane.
No, and this is actually a really great hack in a lot of ways. If you want crunch or you like flavor of something that's quite high in calories, chop it up fine and add it. Like crinkle it, crunch it up,
Yeah,
and use it that way, right? I do it with bacon.
yeah,
I don't want to eat turkey bacon and be sad. But
yeah,
instead of eating, 3 pieces of bacon, I will take a single piece of bacon and I will chop it up into like a BLT or something, right?
yeah,
Because it
yeah,
gets that flavor. It scratches that itch. So
yeah.
definitely
100%.
recommend.
100%.
Okay, so we're going to jump into a cardio category here. This one's out of 7 because after we were sending our notes back and forth, I added one.
Okay.
So these are just types of cardio. I didn't give you much to work with.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so types of cardio, blind ranking, running.
Um, I see, like, again, personally, I actually really like running. I would give it like, I'm trying to think about all the different types of cardio. I would give it like would I actually put it number one? If it was me personally, I think I would I would choose running as number one. I really love the endorphin kick. Whatever, this category is going to be about me. I choose running number one. I know for a lot of people, like, it's tough on their joints. So from a practical standpoint, it's hard to work up to. A lot of people hate running. So it would be like probably three or four. But yeah,
But
for
I
me,
think in terms of
I
like
choose it a one.
cardiovascular capacity, it's easy to feel a run, right? Like you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I pushed my heart to a new limit, right?
Yes, definitely. I can feel my heart in my, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Do I taste
Yeah,
iron?
literally. Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got the number one spot filled. We have 2 through 7 now.
Okay.
Swimming.
Oh, I hate swimming. I despise swimming. Like I would like to say I'm a floater, but I'm not very good at floating
Well,
either.
you have too much muscle mass to float
Yeah,
well.
I really like, so if I float, my legs sink down first.
Yeah, just your
Yeah,
head
I'm
on
like, this
top.
is where I carry most of my
Yeah.
muscle. But yeah, just like swimming laps. Like when I get into a pool, like for fun, I'll swim like one or two laps and then I'm like, I'm tired. It is so exhausting. Wow, I can see why swimmers have such good cardio capacity and like great physiques. But okay, what do I hate more than swimming? What I'm thinking of. I'm gonna, you know what, to play it safe, I'm gonna give swimming second last. I'm gonna give it a six.
Six. Okay. That's funny. Swimming would probably be my number one. But
I know you love
swimming
swimming.
is hard for, I think, because it does require a lot of rhythmic breathing that you're so tied to. If you don't breathe at the
Yeah,
right time, you are sucking water in. Whereas like running, you can stop and catch your breath. That's not really an option
yeah,
swimming. So I can see that, and a lot of people don't push themselves. They don't know how to push themselves in the pool.
yeah. I also don't like swimming because then I'm like, oh, I gotta wash my hair after this.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
We talked about like how I didn't know I had wavy hair. We've talked about this before. It's because I
yeah,
swam all the time.
yeah,
It was dead.
all the time. Yeah, good old chlorine.
So high intensity interval training.
Hmm. This one, like for me, depends. Like if we're talking like the cheesy videos we all followed, like in early 2000s, I would like, you're not a fan. If
It's
we're
not even the
talking about,
definition of hit if we're truly looking at it, right?
yeah,
Like that's not
yeah, to
really
be
the
honest, it's
criteria.
not. Yes, exactly. So if we're talking about like the true definition, like all out exertion, very short bursts, I actually really enjoy hit because you're in and out, you know, you're doing like 6 rounds or something, if that, you're all out intensity, you're having your recovery zone period, and then you're going again. I really like hit. It also speaks though to why I'm like, I struggle with like balls to the wall, everything I have. Mentality.
Okay,
I'd give hit a three.
that's
True
fair.
hit.
Yeah, true hit by
Yeah.
definition, actual hit. Okay, biking.
Hmm. Like stationary bike or like on my BC Clip?
Well, you're not pedaling around France with a baguette in your basket. Let's just say
Yeah, yeah.
that.
From an exercise perspective,
Yeah, like
I
if we're just
actually,
looking at cardio.
yeah. So I actually taught spin classes, if you guys didn't know, for quite a while. And I fell in love with them. Like the music, the energy, and now like with Soul Cycle and stuff, wow, they've gotten so fun and they're so enjoyable. I honestly, oh, that's tough though. Yeah, I should have put hit at maybe a four. Well, I'm assuming you're gonna say a certain type of cardio, so that's why I'm debating here. Whatever. I'm gonna say
Some
cycling
of them are
too.
pretty neutral, if we're being honest.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Okay, so where are we placing this one?
Two.
Two. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it
Yeah.
pays off.
Yeah. I'm like
Okay,
nervous.
walking, but leaning into zone two cardio.
Oh, I love it. It's so easy, it's relaxing, like you can have a conversation. I could still be doing some work on my phone. I love it. So a four, because that's like the only because it's the next available one. And I
And
think
I,
so
yeah,
many
like
people
if we're
sleep.
looking at cardio as an activity, it can default out of that pretty quick.
Oh yes, absolutely. But so many people sleep on zone two cardio. They think like I only do cardio when I'm in like a deficit or trying to cut or lose weight. But like zone two cardio, you guys, like it really plays into better aerobic capacity, better recovery. Both of those things are going to directly play into your lifts, how
Mm-hmm.
capable your lifts are, how well you can recover from your workouts. Zone two cardio is directly going to help you become a stronger, better athlete.
Yeah, it's very well rounded and it's user friendly, right? Like your
Yes.
grandma can do this, right? Even if she
Yes,
has joint problems.
absolutely.
Okay, so we have number five and we have number seven open still.
Okay.
Next up is just getting on the stair climber.
Yeah, see, I wondered if you were going to say that one. I'm a savage. I actually love the stair climber. It is so grueling hard and I love it. So I wondered, that was my hesitation with putting the other one earlier. Because I probably would have put that one maybe as like a three. Uh but I guess now we're gonna put her out of five. But I
Five.
love it. I really do. And so what's funny for me is I find I don't well, I am kind of lying now if I say I don't like sweat because especially when I'm on the island, like I'm dripping in sweat
Okay, but
when I'm
here's the
working.
thing, you're a redhead.
Yeah.
And that's why genetically your genetics are different enough that you don't redheads don't sweat the same way.
What? I
Yeah,
never knew
there are two
that.
things I know about redheads. One, they don't sweat the same way, and like anesthetic doesn't work the same way because they
Oh,
metabolize it differently.
and you mean anesthesia?
Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea. Thank you for teaching me something
Yeah,
about this.
Google like redheads and sweating.
Yeah,
You'll
guess
go
what?
down
I'll
a
be
rabbit hole.
researching today. Holy, I honestly thought it was because I had a conversation with a girl about this actually before. She's not a redhead, she's black haired. And she had posted about how, because she came from an overweight background, now she finds she doesn't really sweat very much. And I said to her, I'm the same way. And I always thought this. Maybe it's because my body, was used to carrying around so much extra weight for
Unless you
so
have a chunky,
long.
sweaty girl.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. But one thing that I used to say always gets me sweating is either running or the Stairmaster. I've found, not a lot of other ways I would sweat very much. But now I'm definitely going to look up if it's to do with being a
Yeah.
ginger.
Yeah. I want to know. I don't know the like science behind it, but that is a thing
Yeah.
that I have discovered.
That's crazy.
Okay, so then by default, the number seven spot is going to group classes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Whatever. They can die.
Yeah, because I think if you want a specific thing like spin, right,
Yeah.
or even like a high intensity lead thing, that
Yeah.
can fall into other categories, right?
Yeah. And like, I say that jokingly, like you guys, if you like to do group fitness classes and it keeps you going and
Yeah, and I
motivating you
love
in the
the
social
vibe.
aspect, yeah, do it. Again, I taught group fitness classes for quite a while. And even when I first started, I remember my sister and I would go to the LA Fitness by us. And or was it called Family Fitness then? I can't remember. But we'd do like the cardio kickboxing classes.
Hmm.
And I loved it when I first started. It was so fun trying to keep up the music. It's like I guess the same feel as cycle classes
Yeah,
back then.
last time I was in Toronto, I went to what is it called? Pound? That was so fun. I had the time of my life.
Pound?
Yeah, you get in and it's a group class, but you put on like boxing glove, and then the instructor like calls out where you're punching the bag, and you do that for like
Yeah.
45 minutes. And I'm like, this is so fun.
Yeah.
I hate cardio, so it was a great way to get my heart rate up. And
Yeah.
honestly, I'm kind of an angry person, so it's just like a lot of punching.
Yeah, totally. When I first started boxing, I took those kinds of classes too.
Right.
So yeah, I guess it also depends what kind of group fitness we're talking about because those are
And what is
awesome.
your goal for taking it, right?
Yeah,
If your goal is to be active, increase your activity levels, great, amazing.
go
If
for
your
it.
goal
Yeah.
is to be more mobile and you're going to yoga or you're doing active recovery, great. Honestly, group classes for me were joining a master's swim club too. So like it's different. It's what is you're trying to achieve and is it going to do that?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got a general health category, we have an upper body category, and then we have what I like to call the chaos category.
Okay, yeah,
Do you have a preference on which one we do next?
yeah. No.
Okay, let's maybe do the healthy lifestyle category. So there are
Okay.
six in
Okay.
this group.
Yeah.
I don't think that anything on this list is inherently bad. So I'm curious to see where you'll rank some things.
Okay, yeah.
Getting 8 hours of sleep.
Ooh. And sorry, there's 8 on this list?
Six.
6. Okay. Man, you started off so strong. I'm like, oh, do I put this as number
I
one?
know, like I don't think this is a bad category.
Yeah, no, this is just gonna be like just what's so good. I'm gonna give it honestly a number 2 because let me just say as well, like I was honestly like a very chronic 6.5 hour sleep girly, and I just thought like that's how my body is. And praise the Lord, the last like 3 months, I now get at minimum 7, a lot of nights 8, and I'm like, wow. I'm a new person. Like
Yes,
this is insane. So I'm gonna give it pretty high,
that's
like
fair.
number
And
two.
with our
Not
clients,
to
I love when they have like you get a really bad check-in. And when I say bad, I mean you can hear there's a lot of emotion in it. They're feeling negative about things.
Yep.
Then we work on sleep. The next week they're like everything is sunshine and
Yeah,
rainbows.
sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah,
I'm a new person. Life is great.
yeah,
It is crazy. Even I'm just starting this new protocol literally as of today, and I can't have caffeine, which isn't a huge deal for me because I only have caffeine in the form of my pre-workout. But honestly, it's kind of like cool. I always think like God kind of makes you realize things before something is thrust onto you. And
hmm,
so before realizing I'd have to do this protocol now and give up caffeine, since getting more sleep, there were a few days where I took my pre-workout, but I thought, I
can
really
I do
don't think
this
I
right
even
now?
need
Yeah,
this right now. Yeah. So I'm like, wow, you're literally a new person.
amazing. Okay, so that's gonna be hard to beat. We're in the number two spot already.
Yeah.
Eating breakfast,
Oh, I'm like, honestly, I do believe in the importance of eating breakfast and eat. And for me,
especially like with hormone health, especially for women,
yeah,
right? But if we're looking at just a general blanket statement,
I know. Yeah, like there are still quite a few days where like I my hunger is there in the morning, but like I could easily get preoccupied, you know, because the way I start my mornings, I do my meditations, I start with, and then I start with some work, and then I get ready for like the gym, and like realistically, I could let 3 4 hours go without eating breakfast, and I would notice I am hungry, but like I could survive with like water or just like a shake. You know what I
And I think
mean?
too, right? Like you're starting in a fairly gentle sort of lead into the high energy stuff, as
Yep.
opposed to like running out the door and I don't
Yep.
know, fighting crime.
Yes, yeah.
It's,
Working out in 30 minutes of waking up.
yeah,
Yeah.
going and performing neurosurgery.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. So, and like, well, if we're talking like eating breakfast in terms of like just the time of day, that's different. But if we're talking about like eating breakfast foods, like outside of again
Mm,
cereal, I'm not really a big breakfast foods fan. So, oh yeah. So the ranking, out of six,
seven. No,
out of
six. Just
seven,
kidding. Out of six.
out of six, I'm gonna say like a five.
Okay. So now we have eating protein 30 minutes after a workout.
Oh,
I know how you feel about this one. That's why I put it on the list.
last. It like it really like doesn't, the only time it really matters is if you guys are training in like a fasted state, which hopefully again you're not, or you're training in a fasted state but you like only really got your carbs in, which is important. And let's say you only did like amino acids, like essential amino acids to get amino acids in your blood, but you still didn't necessarily have protein, then I'd be like, let's get protein in quicker. But otherwise, it's so overrated and so overhyped.
Yeah, and
Last.
it had such a moment. It's
Oh,
time in the
yes.
sun. But really, if you're eating enough protein
Yep.
throughout the day, that's
Yep.
more important.
100%.
Okay, strength training.
Oh, number one,
Yeah, it
baby.
is.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm
I
glad.
agree. One and two, train
Yeah.
and sleep.
Yes, 100%. I'm really glad I chose two for sleep. Yeah. Although some people would probably argue me and be like, yeah, but your training's only as good as your recovery, so sleep should be number one, which is fair. But whatever. I already picked out hit.
Yeah, but we had a number for sleep. It wasn't getting quality enough sleep for you. It was just an
Exactly.
arbitrary hour number.
Yes, yes, totally. But yeah,
Okay,
number
so we
one.
have three and four left. A
Okay.
thousand steps a day.
Just
Not
one
not a
though.
thousand. Sorry, 10,000.
I was gonna
I
say,
don't know
I'm
how
like,
to read
no,
numbers.
that ain't a healthy habit.
Oh, just getting out of bed.
Yeah. So sorry, you said we have three and four left?
Yeah.
Um, the thing is, it's for me, it's like the 10,000 aspect. Like
Mhm.
people are so fixated on 10,000, and realistically like 7,000 is great, 8,000 is great. It really depends what you were doing before. If you were walking 1,000 steps a day, jumping to 10,000 is like just overhyped for social media. Jumping to 7,000, that's awesome and also doable. But if you walk like 5 6,000 steps a day pretty easily, yeah, I always say like let's add about 3,000 more. Walking in general, phenomenal.
Mhm.
So let's say four.
So then you want to leave the number three spot open?
I guess so.
Okay. Taking a multivitamin.
Oh, brutal. All right, that honestly I would put that last
Yes,
instead
I
of
agree.
the 30 minutes of protein. That would
Yeah.
definitely be
Because
last.
where people get it wrong is like, yeah, you might be benefiting from some of those things, but not all of those things. And they're
Yep.
not going to be in the amounts you need,
Yep.
right? I agree.
Yep.
Yeah,
For
that
sure.
was cruel to put that last.
Yeah,
Because I
multiple.
put the good ones last in a bunch of the categories and then I threw that one in.
Yeah. That was savage.
That was mean. That was chaotic.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do a speed round here quick, and then we'll jump into our chaos category and wrap up with that. So we'll do upper body exercises. We have 6 exercises. Rapid fire, no explanations. Ready?
Okay.
Bicep
Okay.
curl.
And sorry, there's six?
Yeah.
Shoot, no explanation. Rapid fire bicep curl, five.
Okay. Shoulder press. It's hard
Two.
when you do speed round.
Yeah.
Lateral raises.
Number one. I'm gonna choose.
You're
No, no, no.
sick.
I'm gonna take that back. Number three. Number three. I just got real. I
Three.
love them.
Okay.
Number three.
I put this one on because of a conversation we had on a previous episode.
Uh
Arnold
oh.
press.
Oh, this is like all shoulder exercises only.
Well, heavy lifting.
I'm gonna say four. Yeah.
Chest press.
I've only got two left,
Yeah,
right?
you have 1 and 5 left. No, 1 and 6 left.
1 and 6 left. Chest press. Whatever. Let's put it as six. I'm curious.
Okay,
Number
so
one.
then your number one is a single arm bent over row.
Ah, you know what? I'll take it.
It
That's
wasn't as bad as it could have been,
Yeah,
truly.
I literally thought like this girl's gonna give me like wrist curls or something.
Yeah. Shake
Yeah,
weight.
yeah, exactly. No, no, that's pretty good. I thought there has to be a back exercise in here,
Yeah, I'm
but
not a monster. I did hit shoulders pretty hard, but only because someone had asked in a previous episode. If you guys haven't listened, go back and listen. The benefits, or is it worth doing an Arnold press versus a shoulder press, right?
yeah, yeah.
All right, so we're ranking everything in this final category. There
Okay.
are 10. Some of them, in my opinion, are amazing and wonderful. Some of them are horrible and tragic. So
Our
do with that
multivitamin.
what you will.
Okay.
Okay, so 10 spots here. The first thing is babies laughing.
Oh, it's like, do I like this baby or not? Because that makes
I
a
mean,
difference
just
for me.
kids in general, like belly
Yeah,
laughter.
yeah, yeah. Out of 10, like a 9. I'm not like a kids person. Like it's very joyful,
You're
but
going to hate
no, wait,
this.
I'll make it an 8 because you said some are tragic. So
Yeah, some of
let's make it.
these things I would not wish on my worst enemies. Okay.
Oh no.
So, everyone thinking you peed your pants in the 7th grade and you've been called pee pee pants ever since.
Oh man.
Keep in
Uh,
mind, you put laughing babies in 8.
yeah, this like this gives me really good perspective now. All right, let's make that. I'm like now as an adult, I'm like I wouldn't care, but I'm trying to think about my
Like,
grades
yeah, in
as an
seventh
adult.
grade, what, are you 12 then? That would be
Oh
pretty
yeah,
devastating.
yeah,
And everybody still calls you pee pee pants to this
yeah.
day.
I guess like a 9.
That's fair. Definitely should be lower than babies laughing. Okay, waking up and realizing you don't have any obligations and you can sleep as long as you want. Your bed feels cozy as hell.
Hmm. Um, it's more the no obligations bit that I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yes, like a 3.
Okay. The smell of gasoline.
I actually don't mind the smell of
I
gasoline.
don't either.
No, I really don't. I like feel bad about putting babies laughing so low down.
But that's what adds the element of chaos to this.
All right, I will say 7. Better than babies laughing. That's
Okay,
awesome.
this is my personal favorite. Ripping the loudest fart in the gym and everyone knows it was you, it also smells.
This reminds me of. Did you see on my story? Somebody had posted. Somebody in my last Q&A had asked about something embarrassing that happened to me. And when I was a kid and took dance, and I was like overweight as a kid, had no friends. Not. I love to dance, but like dance in that leotard was not my
Yeah, it's
thing.
not exactly a confidence boosting moment in your life. That's
Yeah,
fair.
and they made us practice handstands by going one by one in line with the
Mean.
teacher, and I farted out loud when it was my turn, and the rest of the class was silent. It was absolutely horrific. So, I mean, now as an adult, I'd probably be
Yeah,
like,
like that's hilarious when you tell it now. But as a
yeah,
child, you feel like
devastating.
you can't come back from that.
But that definitely reminds me of that. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 10.
It's fair. Okay. One time I farted in front of an entire yoga class while I was teaching, and then I couldn't stop laughing about it. So,
That's awesome.
and that was not that long ago.
That's
All
amazing.
right. So, a warm towel when you get out of the shower.
Hmm. What
I
numbers
really
do I
just
have
picked
left?
random stuff on this
I
one.
know. I'm like, um, what numbers do I have left? Sorry.
Okay. So, we've used 3, 7, 8, 9, and now 10. So, you have your top rankings. You have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
I'll give that like a 5.
Okay. Diet Coke, just as
Ooh.
is.
I mean, I definitely like Pepsi more than Coke,
Are
but
you a Pepsi girl? I am also a Pepsi
yeah,
girl.
Pepsi all the way. Let's give it a. I'm like nervous because I feel like there's gonna be really bad ones coming.
Yeah, and you've already used up 10.
I know. I'm like, this is not good. So let's give it a 4.
Okay. Being the first on scene at a car accident and not knowing what to do or having any sort of ability to help anyone.
Damn, that hits my heart more than the fart.
Yeah.
That's hard. So sorry, what do I have? 6?
Yeah, you have 1, 2, 6. That's correct. Yeah, 1, 2, and 6.
Yeah, I would totally change it because also thinking about like the fart, I'm like, do I really care as an adult? I'm like, nah, I probably wouldn't care that much. I would have made the fart a 6 and that a 10. That
That's,
would be
yeah.
like, yeah, that would be really hard. because the
I will
chaos.
I will say that is the worst thing on this list. Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Because yeah, I would feel so bad and then I want to help and what do I do?
Yeah,
And
like
yeah,
even just not even being able, like it's not that you
yeah,
don't want to, it's that you don't know how, right?
yeah,
That's honestly probably one of my biggest fears in life is just
yeah,
being so out of control in a situation that I have no option to help someone.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so you've got one and two open. Let's see
Okay.
how we feel about that.
Oh no.
Finding money on the ground.
Ooh, I've had this happen a few times. I guess two. This makes me sound like so. I hope one will be good.
I'm
Uh,
afraid that we're going to do another one of these blind ranking episodes. It's going to be my turn, and I'm going to get just
yeah.
wrecked
Oh yeah. Now
because
that
now
you like
she
set the
knows.
bar, I'm just gonna be like, "What's your favorite cereal?" Like, what were those other ones? Like corn. No, no. For you, it'll be cheese. That's the thing. I'll have to look up some like really good cheeses.
And then just
And
all
by
blue
good, I
cheese in
mean
all the
like,
categories.
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
your number one spot now goes to a long hug.
Okay. You know
Ending
what's so
strong. We're
funny?
ending strong.
I like that. But you know what's so funny is that in the last like 6 months, I've really gotten into long hugs to the point that like I literally will keep holding on. You feel somebody else pulling away, and I say to them, I'm like, sorry, I'm into long hugs now. Because you do feel your entire body calm down. You feel that sense of like ease and love and energy pass between. So I will take that as a number one.
Yeah, some of these I'm not gonna lie, I put on the list because of previous episodes. So if you guys are
Yeah,
listening and you're like, why are you guys getting so passionate about these? It's because these are things we have talked about previously.
100%.
But isn't that a rule at Disneyland? Like
Long
characters are
hugs.
not allowed to let go of a hug until the person does.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
think
That's
so.
really cool if it is.
Yeah.
That's
Don't quote
cool.
me on this. I never worked for Disney, but I think that's the thing. Yeah, like if you go to hug Cinderella, Cinderella won't let go of you until you release the hug. Don't be a creep when you go to
Wow.
Disneyland, though. If you're hearing this,
Yeah, that is so cool.
yeah, because of that, exactly that, the health benefits that come with it, and the connection it creates.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah. So that was our
Um,
blind ranking. That was all I had for you.
yeah, that's cool. That's my first time
Was it
doing.
as bad as you were expecting?
No, no, no. That was fun. I thought it was like something I had to like prep for,
Oh
so
God,
that
no.
was cool. So easy. Yeah, this
Just a
is
little
fun.
bit of a different spin on like our Q&A episodes. A little bit fun, a little bit of banter, but still,
Mix it
some
up
relevant
for.
information in there.
Absolutely. I would love to know if you guys like anything was shocking for you guys in there, especially like the cereal category, or if there was anything that like prompted you guys to have questions based off of some of, the answers maybe I gave for the lower body, upper body exercises, anything, the cardio exercises, like hit us up, shoot us a DM on Instagram
Yeah, send them to
or
me so I can do another blind react for you guys.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Or likewise, like drop it in the comment section below so we can see what you guys thought. But
Yeah, and I like this because on a lot of the topics we have very similar opinions or similar
yeah,
experiences. With stuff like this is where you actually get to see like our differences, right? Like I love swimming. You couldn't pay me $1,000 to run,
mhm, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you that's like number one for you, and so
Yep,
it's nice to get that perspective from you as well.
absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Kind of a different, fun episode. And as always, if there's a topic you guys do want us to cover, again, like we would love to hear from you. You can comment below. You can shoot us a message on Instagram. Both our social media links will be below. And otherwise, I think that's it. That's us
Well,
signing
if
off.
you like us and you don't have anything you want to
True.
say, you can still rate us 5 stars. We would love that. We love hearing from you guys, so don't be shy.
Yeah, please. We do appreciate it. And in the last little bit, a few of you guys have been messaging us more on Instagram. So again, we do really appreciate that.
Cool.
All right, you guys, we'll see you next week. Have a beautiful day.
Bye.